Works Minister Rohan Sinanan says addressing the flooding problem is government's primary concern, while the matter of relocation of those affected by the recent floods will be addressed at another time. The minister and officials attached to the Works Ministry visited flood-affected areas in South Trinidad today. Khrystal Wilson tells us more.
Works Minister Rohan Sinanan said it's impossible for water channels to contain the volume of water collected following the level of rainfall over the last 3 days. The statement comes after Minister Sinanan toured flood-affected areas in South Trinidad on Friday. He said this week's severe flooding had nothing to do with water channels not being cleaned and assured that ongoing desilting work would continue.
It's just a new weather pattern. We have to redesign our infrastructure. We have to take the new norm into consideration, and that's what we're working on, trying to get retention ponds, areas that prone for flooding. We have to actually look in terms of how do we create dams that dam the water and then release it back into the channels.
Should those affected be relocated, the Works Minister told TTT News government's focus now is addressing the issue of flooding throughout the country.
You can't blame people for where they live. At the end of the day, as a government, you have a responsibility, and we have to take that responsibility.
Meanwhile, affected Penal resident Kenny Senath said he's lost most of his major appliances. He said this isn't the first time his home has been taken over by floodwaters, and as a result, is hopeful he and members of his family are considered for relocation.
Stove, fridge, everything was on the freezer, everything was on the water. But we couldn't know how much we could have. The water rise came up so fast. Yeah, this is a yearly thing now. I mean, long time before we used to get flood like once and thing, but we never this amount of water and thing.
Those affected by this week's flooding have estimated their losses to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Khrystal Wilson, TTT News.